Welcome to today's fast track episode of The Growth Zone. My name is Christian Bartsch, and these episodes provide you with a focused, mind-feeding topic. You can use it to have some new ideas to guide you through the day. Let's get started on today's topic. In today's episode, we are going to look at IoT devices and how we can use them as an event organizer, a congress venue provider, or even someone who is actually running an event and considering how to improve the way the event runs, how it's organized, and especially when you're looking at really big events where you maybe have 500, 1,000, or even 10 or 20, 30,000 visitors to your event. Of course, that event can be a musical event, a educational event, a congress, a business meeting, a company event where a company is inviting all the staff or maybe inviting their customers and the partners to special occasions to listen to different presentations. Maybe they're doing workshops and other kind of things. So we're talking about a really big venue, somewhere like, for instance, organized or provided like, for instance, by a hotel that has a big room and has maybe large facilities to accommodate that kind of amount of guests. The same thing would be, for instance, a stadium, a concert venue provider and that. They have all sorts of technology anyway there, from music, sound, technicians, and so on and so on. But the thing is, in between and after, there are things happening, or at the beginning, where we need to look at improving safety and as well organization and coordination. That's where IoT devices or internet of technology, that's where we can go and create new technology. So, as an example, somebody or a large crowd is coming to your event. In order to make sure that they go and sit at the right place, you can provide them, for instance, an IoT device during the event. That IoT device can be like a smart card, doesn't take up much space, and they can go and buy any kind of products and book stuff and so on. At the same time, of course, you can maybe connect that product or that device with a credit card. And by actually purchasing or using that, then they can connect with it with a password. So then when they, for instance, go and buy some collector's items, or they go and book services from you and other things, it is much faster and easier to facilitate the sale. At the same time, of course, if something happens, you know where the people are, you can find them, like for instance in emergencies and so on. The same thing, of course, if you want to have statistics about who is going in, how many people are actually in the venue, how many people are going to eat at different places. With these smart devices, people can go and order their food, and you notice what kind of food actually is really popular with the guests, and where maybe you have to facilitate with more cooks, more services, more chairs, and so on. If you notice that there's a huge amount of people actually wanting to have certain things, or you notice that one of your food areas or your shops in that venue environment isn't performing well because maybe the design, the layout of the shop isn't ideal. And with the IoT device, you can notice as well how people actually communicate inside the venue. Are they finding the way? Is it easy for them, for instance, to find the way to the toilets and that? How can you improve? They could, for instance, be at a certain location and ask the IoT, where's the next toilet? And then it'll guide them, which means less confusion, less chaos, less crowds at the wrong place, and as well increases the easiness of people commuting back as well into the room where the presentations are, where the events are, and you can provide them with information which workshops are happening at what place. Of course, you could do that with an app. That is true. But that app, if it doesn't know where the person is, if there's a bad connectivity with the provider, or if you've got guests from abroad, maybe their phones do not have the connectivity, or they're not connected with local Wi-Fi, and so on and so on. But you can improve that. At the same time, if you're an event organizer and you want to tap on all these sales opportunities and the marketing opportunities, you could even get people to go to a certain workshop or go into the room back again to not miss certain parts of your presentation where you actually are going to go and start pitching the clients. If everybody's going outside, you have to have somebody running around and getting them to go back in. That, of course, is still necessary, but it can be quite a pain for the guests and they dislike it. Instead, if they're actually enticed to go in because something interesting is there and they think it's of great value, they will go in there and be willing to listen, and they'll find as well their seats much easier, other than just being confused by all the noise and the distraction that is happening. And especially if they are a certain part of the venue, they might lose their way back into the right entry to their seats. That's what you can do with IoT devices in a smart environment where you run events, congresses, even shareholder meetings. All these kind of situations can benefit highly from IoT. That's, of course, something that requires to understand how things are happening in such events and knowing what can I do with technology and how do I have to have the technology adapted to the environment as well. Because as well, there are buildings, the design, and there are other kind of electronics that can be disturbed by a technology. So our IoT devices have to be designed that they are easy to use and they do not conflict with the existing technology and infrastructure. In the next episodes, we will be looking into other kind of business areas and later on go deeper into a discussion or a conversation with some subject matter experts, how we can really tap on these opportunities and create new markets for us, for businesses, or even create new businesses and create new careers for ourselves as well, or help our own next generation to find the place where they have a good future in engineering, in technology, in sales, in marketing, and so on. It all needs a team with people of different kind of talents and filling and being there as a team with all different kind of inputs. I hope you enjoyed the Fast Track edition of today. I would like to invite you to follow our show so that you don't miss the upcoming interviews with leaders in the market. Simply visit the website follow.prmediareach.com. I will be adding the link also to the description of this episode so that you just need to click on that link. The link is follow.prmediareach.com. follow.prmediareach.com. You can follow me also on Twitter by using the Twitter handle CAPBarch. So it's spelled CAPBARTSCH. Or for those who are into sailing and flying, Charlie Alpha Papa Bravo Alpha Romeo Tango Sierra Charlie Hotel. Yes, that's CAP Barge. See you soon or hear you soon in the next episode. And please share as well this episode if you've enjoyed it and would like to let others have the opportunity to use it as well to get new ideas and insights.